is no big deal, Utomi tells DSS. Finnish prosecutors charge Ekpa for inciting terrorism. NAS request to supervise UTME retake. Joshua named among Britain's richest athletes. Governor Otu unveils theme for 20th Calabar. Good evening and welcome to the news at 4 on Leadership Television. My name is Winifred Ugbebo. Economist and political activist Professor Pat Utomi declared that he was unafraid of arrest or death following legal action initiated against him by the Department of State Services, DSS, over his formation of a shadow government. Leadership Television recalls that on May 5, Utomi launched the Big Tent Coalition Shadow Government, a platform he described as a credible opposition designed to hold President Bola Tinubu's administration accountable. The coalition, Utomi said, comprised members who were drawn from opposition parties and civil society, tasked with monitoring government activities, identifying policy failures, and proposing alternative solutions in sectors such as the economy, education, healthcare, and constitutional reform. However, the DSS dragged the former African Democratic Congress ADC presidential candidate to court, accusing him of attempting to usurp the president's executive powers and warning that his actions could incite instability. Reacting via his official X handle on Friday, Utomi dismissed the accusations and maintained his commitment to democracy and freedom of expression. Declaring he will return to Nigeria on June 12, a day symbolic of Nigeria's democracy struggle, Utomi said he was ready for any consequences. Utomi also issued a warning to President Bola Tinubu, implying that no one escapes the judgment of history. In another development, Finnish prosecutors announced on Friday that they have charged a man identified by Nigerian media as separatist leader Simon Ekpa with inciting terrorism online. In a statement, Finland's National Prosecution Authority disclosed that it had charged a Finnish individual in a case involving suspected public incitement to commit crimes with terrorist intent and participation in the activities of a terrorist group. The alleged offenses were committed in Lahti between 2021 and 2024. According to the statement, they were related to the suspect's efforts to establish Nigeria's Biafra region as an independent state. While the prosecution authority did not name the suspect, Finnish public broadcaster YLE identified him as Simon Ekpa, a self-proclaimed leader of a faction of the prescribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, which is advocating for the secession of Nigeria's southeast region. The charges against Ekpa form part of a broader investigation during which the Finnish National Bureau of Investigation detained 5 individuals. 4 of the detainees were suspected of financing terrorist activities but were released during the preliminary investigation due to insufficient evidence. Ekpa, who had previously claimed to lead the Biafra Republic's government in exile, was initially detained in November. The prosecution authority stated that the accused remains in custody and has denied the charges. The National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, has indicated its intention to supervise the repeat conduct of the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, for candidates affected by technical glitches. NANS, in a letter signed by its national president, Olushola Oladoja, to the registrar of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, Professor Ishak Oloyede, and made available to journalists on Friday in Abuja, commended JAMB for its transparency in addressing the issues that marred the 2025 UTME. Leadership Television recalls that of the 1.9 million candidates who participated in the 2025 UTME, over 1.5 million reportedly scored below 200 out of a possible 400 marks. Amid widespread public criticism over the poor performance, Oloyede conveyed top IT experts and educational assessment professionals to investigate the technical glitches that allegedly impacted the examination. Speaking at a press conference in Abuja on Wednesday, the JAMB registrar acknowledged a technical error that compromised the integrity of results in 157 centers nationwide, affecting the scores of 379,997 candidates. Now sports. British Nigerian boxing star Anthony Joshua has been named among Britain's richest athletes. The two-time heavyweight world champion has seen his earnings soar by a whopping £220 million, according to the newly published Sunday Times Rich List. The 35-year-old is now worth a whopping £195 million compared to his value of £175 million last year. Joshua is also listed among the wealthiest under 40s in the UK, sitting at 24th place. The boxing sensation hasn't fought since suffering a devastating knockout to Daniel Dubois at Wembley Stadium last September. It looked like the pair would square off in an immediate rematch, but AJ suffered a slight setback after picking up some minor injuries in the first encounter. Over the last few years, the boxer has become accustomed to pocketing life-changing paydays. It was reported that he earned around £30 million for his second-round KO of Francis Ngannou last year. Joshua reportedly banked a guaranteed £6 million following his defeat to Dubois, but roughly took home around £25 million in total following pay-per-view sales. However, despite the growth in his net worth, Joshua isn't the number one athlete on the Sunday Times list. That accolade belongs to golf star Rory McIlroy. The 36-year-old is worth a jaw-dropping £260 million compared to his value of £225 million a year ago. Now, entertainment. Governor Otu unveils theme for 20th Calabar Anniversary Carnival. As part of preparation for 2025 Carnival Calabar Fiesta, Cross River State Governor Senator Basi Otu has unveiled the theme for the 20th edition of the renowned street party. Unveiling the theme as Traces of Time, Governor Otu assured that the festival will be big and stronger with different socialites in attendance. Calling on the people of Cross River at home and diaspora to support in making the festival a success. Governor Otu made the call during the unveiling of the theme at the Transcorp Hilton Hotel, Abuja on Thursday night, where he lauded former Governor Donald Duke, who accompanied him at the event for conceiving the idea. The governor was also joined by the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Dr. Abdullahi Ganduje, leaders of the 7 competing bands in the carnival, tourism sector, experts, and other dignitaries. With that, we conclude the news at 4 on Leadership Television. Don't forget to log into www.leadership.ng for more stories. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.